What's up, Magical? How you doing? What's up, Six? How you doing? What's up, Seeking? Second.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Call me Snake.
Excellent timing. I'm gonna break it all down for you, Seeking. Lords of Quant, hallowed be thy name. Guide our hand and deliver us the bounty. I feel some sarcasm in that one, Alex. My bullshit meter's going off. Okay, let's talk. I want to start this whole night off with saying how much some of us love mining. We have a passion for it. I know it's good. It's fun, it's intriguing, exciting, engaging. We love it. Now I'm gonna try to not be real nasty or bitchy in this talk about it. Yeah. No, see, we aren't in the tech preview. That's not allowed. We're in 4.6, right? Is it 4.6 still? We're in 4.6. You know, that right there's how you know we ain't in it. We've already done that. Been there, done that. Been in the tech preview. I want to start it off by saying that, though. I'm excited for the future. I'm hopeful that they do it right. My floating mole here, my baby. What have they done to you? It makes me so sad and sick. I know, Zaloran, that's why I spawned this up. I just had to make that clear just so I don't get popped and lose my EVO or something. I'd never do that. But I am allowed to talk about it, and, my baby. Okay. Tech preview. They've refactored mining completely. Just absolutely complete refactor. Minerals are spread out everywhere. They're everywhere, okay? So now you can find ice and tin on different places you never thought you could. You can find shit everywhere, right? It's just, forget what you knew, is what I'm saying. But the big thing for me that happened was what feels like a dumbing down of mining. It feels the changes can be cool. They can be excited. They can be, they can be exciting and be awesome, maybe. But how it currently is, what you're seeing, not only you're seeing small rocks, and I'll tell you why you're seeing tons of small rocks, because there's only one mineral in each rock. Just like they've teased a few different times, just like guys like the Salty Mikes, they want this, they want it easy. They want things simple for them, teach their own. Everyone's, some people like tea and some people like whiskey. That's just the way it is now. Personally, it feels like they got rid of the challenge of mining completely, and that is what, man, excites me. Whenever I mine, it's not just, there's two parts of mining, okay? Putting it out there. This is all just my opinion. Shit, I'm over here. I'm trying to jump to, I'm all flustered. Let me tell you, my blood pressure's been up. The big problem here, and the reason why you're gonna see small rocks and everything small, is specifically because you're finding one mineral in each rock attached with inert. Now they're gonna tweak it, they're gonna make changes, there's gonna be more or less inert, than what there is now. They're very heavy-handed with that inert. But what it's looking like to me is there's the rarity system that we already know. No, Ravenel. 319, you mean seeking, but yes. That's not the problem. Small rocks isn't even the problem. The problem is there's one mineral in the rocks, and depending on quality, there's quality on rocks, right? That's awesome. So, to go over the changes real quick, I'm gonna try to do this kind of concise. I'm very, I'm crazy when it comes to putting my thoughts together. There's so much. That's why my videos are so concise, because I can sit down and obsess and go over what I wrote over and over. Anyways, there's one mineral per rock. Most locations have 4 or 5 minerals that can spawn. I open up my Moby glass and I look and I go, hey, well, you know what? No, seeking. It's like this. No, MCC, not yet. That's coming later. And I've been calling this for a long time. I've been saying this. I don't mean to be a toad-a-soap, but I'm just saying, this is the progression. It's the way it is. It's the way it's gonna be. I open up my Moby glass. I go, hey, let me look at a location. Now, we saw this change in the last patch, which is great for new players. This kind of stuff is excellent. Hey, potential ship minables. Boom, baby, right there. I know there's 10 right side still around. Quantanium X shows you everything. Okay, so we're gonna get here. That's good. Now, in the coming update, whatever this hits, now I'm not saying this is the next update. Who knows which? They're gonna work on it, But it will say now 4 or 5 minerals is all you'll see there. 1 mineral per rock removes any sort of, I would say, decision-making on your part. It takes your decision-making away in a lot of ways. I was sitting there thinking, man, I don't know if I even need to use a mole going out mining. What the hell's the point in that? It's gonna take me 2.5 hours to fill the son of a bitch up, because every single rock I find is also, they redid the SCU amounts and all that. We're gonna go to Ignis. So you come across, now it made asteroid mining better, I'll say that much, but not for the reasons we want. But now let me get this out of the way. There's some pros here. There's a lot of pros. The mineral compositions, be it like the way they spread them out across the systems, that's fine. That's good. That's cool. Channelites can be easier to find. It's gonna be, mineral quality is awesome. That's excellent. All of that is great. Inventory, great. That inventory is gonna be awesome compared to what we have. I think it still could be a hell of a lot better, but is what it is. It's great for what we have. Well, and see, that's why we can't judge it too harshly right now, seeking, and can't get too upset is because it is just the tech preview of this thing, you know. They are going to change it a lot. They're going to do a lot to it. It's kind of like, things are starting to make a little more sense, though. Why would they multiply instability by 100 times? Except Jacobus. Why? Back in the day in 319.1 or 320, why would they do that? And they never reverted it. See, Celeron right there, though, to some extent is the very key word here. We all know that. We all know it's going to involve. But to what extent is it going to revert a little bit, you know? Because why have all the gadgets and modules? Exactly. I went out with an Arbor 1 on a Prospector and was breaking almost every single thing I popped. And that's an Arbor 1. It doesn't help with your resistance problems here. Guess what? I popped a damn Surge module on it, got it done on a big turd of a rice rock. Anyways, long story short, the amount that's inside of each rock has also been just tweaked immensely. So what you're seeing for an S tier rock, what we know is like an S tier, you know, the Quantanium, the Savrilium, the Ricite, am I missing anything? Sounds about right. For these minerals, the max percent you're gonna be seeing in this tech preview you're supposed to be for the test is 2%. 2% in the rock. That means 98, and that's the best it can be. 98% inert. I'm just trying to paint you a picture of how it's supposed to look here. Ricite falls in like a tier under it, like epic tier. And so I come here to Kabir's post. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you the problem, in my opinion. I'm gonna show you the problem and why mining is so fun. Okay, because there's two parts of mining, like I was trying to say before. There's the hunt. You're on the prowl. We're looking for Dorado. Okay, we're looking for Dorado. Now I come across the rocks. I'm gonna go all through what's changed, you know. We come across the rocks. It could be good, could be bad. Okay, we're hunting. You know. Let's see what we find here. I'm gonna break down what it looks like now and what it looks like coming up here. Interesting rock. Very interesting. Look at that green zone. How small it is. You know why? Because it's affected by beryl and bexilite and tin. All three of these affect your resistance, your instability. It affects, of course, the mass, the composition, the green zone window, the optimal. I mean, everything. Not the optimal, but the damage to the optimal. It's all affected because, you know, it's not just a bexilite tin, it's a beryl bexilite tin. Now in the future, what they're looking at is just bexilite. And it would say something like 16% bexilite, 20% bexilite, and the rest of the rock is inert. All of these rocks are bexilite. I'm talking in the future here. Bex. Guess what? This rock may have 4 SCUs of Bex in it. This rock may have, just say right now, 2 SCUs. This rock right here may have 1 SCU of Bex. This one's 0.3 SCU of Bex you're gonna get if you're lucky. If you're lucky, you know. This one's maybe this is a big, fat, good one right here. Instead of beryl getting 51 SCU, you're gonna come out of here with like, you know, 5 SCU of beryl, I'd say. I'm just going off of my mind's eye, you know, I'm guesstimating, estimating. The entire patch is the same seeking, and it's all bexilite inert. Okay? And now I didn't just have to break all those. After I break that, hold on. Okay, let me go back and break that beryl bexilite. That looks like a fun one. Looks like a pain in the ass, but it looks fun. You see, I like the pains in the asses. I like the fact that you have to worry about it. So, you know, I build my lasers accordingly. I go, hey, I'm going to this place. I gotta build it a certain way. You know? So, absolutely the only module you want to even care about. Thanks, Jacobus. Appreciate it. Sorry it didn't hit, you know, an alert for you because of that. Bang, baby. Appreciate you. I just knew there was something I liked about you. Okay, so I mentioned the first stage, the finding of the rocks, the hunt. That's fun. The hunt, the exploration, the find. It's great. We want that. Well, guess what? We still got that. So I'm not gonna shit on that. We still got that, and actually, it's better in a way. So seeking, check this out. I scan right here. Scanning was working pretty good for me, but let's say I do this. I zoom in. I'm just talking as if I was in tech preview. Imagine that. I'm zooming in. I just scan this rock right here. See, you see how it says Dolovine? Well, let's say that was a ship cluster. It would say Bexelite. Maybe it says Hephaestonite Raw. Maybe it says Iron Ore. Maybe, you get it. But it's gonna say that. So it's no more granite, no more, igneous, none of felsic shale, none of that. It will say Bexelite. It will say what it is. You get what I'm saying. You will never see this again, though. Look at that rock. What a weirdo rock, and I know breaking this, it's gonna be a pain in my ass. Look at that, green zone. So I know, hey, I need something that increases that green zone. Maybe I'm gonna use a Hofstede or an Arbor. Okay? Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Well, in the new preview, it doesn't fucking matter. Use anything you want, because guess what? It's just a barrel inert rock at the end of the day. And it's small, and it's a tragedy, that is. I need anyone that's Evocadi. I want you to go upvote that post made by Rage. Inside the council chat, you'll see it. We're also going to make another one once before this hits when it gets to PTU. Gadget, the only choice in what you're going to use for gadgets. Poor Rue. I'm sorry, Rue. I'm sorry to be the messenger on this, but there could always be a bright silver lining to all this, depending on how they take this feedback. I feel like I'm not the only one feeling this way. I feel like we have look how many people follow me. Have a similar mining mindset. A lot of people. We all want it to be easy for the noobs, and it really ain't hard for the noobs now at all. It's, if anything, it's in a pretty good state for noobs now. Thanks, Hoodie. Appreciate it. Resubscribe for 2 months. 2 times Prime. Now, I think it's in a good state for noobs now. It's pretty damn good if, CIG would tell them things. Make it easier for them to understand certain things. Sorry about that, Burling. You know what that is? That's the old YouTube Comcast problem. I don't know what the hell it is. Okay, anyways, I'm on the Hofstede now. Now look at the green zone window. See, this is fun knowing what I gotta do. Hey, you know what? I'm not so good. I'm gonna put a gadget on. I'm gonna put the wave shift on there maybe. Make that green zone bigger. I'm gonna use the Hofstede. Look at that. I'm gonna use the Hofstede. 31% resistance. That's a hell of a lot of resistance. How am I gonna combat that? These are all things you ask yourself, you think about, you care about when you're mining. Is Twitch cutting too? Okay, tell me if you need me to repeat anything and I'll repeat it. Well, I appreciate it. I do. So, everything in the current state you have to think about while mining. You gotta make sure that you build your ship right for where you're going. You gotta think about things. You go and you learn. You go and you learn a lesson. And that lesson is, oh no, there's so much resistance. Well, what can I do to fix that problem? That I can't cut through the resistance. Okay? You start looking. You're a new player. Go to the mining shop. You look at the modules. What cuts resistance? What gives, gadget, what does this do? Oh, it cuts resistance. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. That's gone, so you only break and get 1 mineral on a rock. Yeah, and so here's the thing, seeking with the 1 step forward, 2 step back thing. it's very nasty for mining. It really is. But with Genesis, that's gonna be awesome, right? They spawn. You go to a mountainside or something. It's gonna spawn a different type of rock based on the geology, whatever the hell. Is that the word, geology? The skill is gone. The masterful thing that we put in. Like, some of us are good, you know, pretty damn good at mining over these years. Some of us enjoy the challenge. We know what's a challenge and what isn't a challenge, and I know I can leave a rock. I don't have to take this fucking, this barrel rock. I don't have to break. I don't have to do this sub-break if I don't want to. I could have skipped this barrel Bexlite rock completely if it was too difficult for me, because there's a fucking million rocks. So anyways, big change to the tech preview. Scanning has gotten better. Seeking. Look, if I pull off an ore pod, it shows what's inside of it. It tells me, I mean, kind of. Not perfectly. They're still working on it. I'm sure it will at some point be a great system like that. But I pull off an ore pod, and it tells me this has iron. This has got iron and one other mineral in it. Average ore quality, high ore quality, low ore quality. It will tell you that, Ore quality is a wonderful thing. What you see in this, I look at this Dolovine and I scan this Dolovine, it's going to say Dolovine 570. Dolovine 105. I don't need that junk. Keep looking. I'm looking for Dolovine 700 and above, baby. That's 750 and above. Yeah, so taking ore pods off and seeing it, like little changes like that, that's awesome. Quality of life, we've needed that for so long. Rocks are small, though. That's the problem. That's the real key problem here is they have pretty much made it neutered with one rock, one mineral per rock. One cluster has only that one mineral in it. If there's two that are super close, like remember, let's see, I see two clusters right here and it looked like one big ping. And it was shale and felsic right here. Right? So we know it's two different clusters. You'll see that, but it would be, of course, all Bexalites. And then over here, maybe all irons. Mine didn't show that, Zaloran, because that brings me to the next issue. I went out mining. I hit 5 clusters in a golem. 6 clusters in the golem. And I had 6 different ores. Or 5 different ores. Yeah, Ridge 6. But see, what you're not realizing here, we're saying that, because people are always going to say that. It's going to evolve, it's going to change. It's like, no shit, But that's not what it is. They've been hinting at this one ore and inert system for years. This isn't new. These images that have leaked over the years of them showing them off isn't new. And it sucks because that's the problem right now, how it is. Now, if I personally think there's many things they could do to change that and make it better. You see how I'm looking right now? What if on the surfaces, let's say, there's the chances of having multiple minerals in one rock, We all know in the future this could be the first stage, and then there's multiple different sizes of rocks that come forward, in the next year or two, and they're asteroids that have 2 minerals to a rock. But the fact that all the rocks are one rock to inert, that's what we're talking about right now. We all can have the common sense to realize they're going to change the inert values or the percents of each mineral, that's the composition of the rock. That's common sense that they're going to tweak this percent and the inert, That's common sense stuff right there. I didn't think that needed to be explained, really. They say it in the post, and that's what they're talking about in the post with the tweaking. That's what it is. They're definitely going to tweak those inert values. Hey, thanks, Bloodright. Appreciate it. Now, when you have one mineral and inert, you're losing out on some of the magic that they created with having the interactions of multiple minerals in the rock. So that's the main thing. I think if they bring that back in some way, yes and no, Richie. I do not like the one mineral, one rock changes. Yeah, Solace. Right now, that's not exact. We don't know, but that's what it is in Tech Preview, and you're gonna see a lot of people that don't mine like we do, that aren't in it like we are with mining, don't love it like we, I mine all the time. It's all I do. So I think I got a good opinion on it. I think I got a good temperature here. I can, a good gauge of the temperature. I feel like that they lose out on something special. I agree. It's already too easy. So they're losing out on something special by doing that. And I heard the argument that, well, we've got biomes coming to Genesis. It's gonna be good for Genesis. We already have biomes. They've already been tested on them by putting rocks in them. And you know what they did? They said, okay, in this area, let's give more iron in this area than this area. In this biome, in the trash biome, in the acidic biome. Let's make more iron rocks spawn there. And as in iron, terranite, iron, you get what I'm saying. Iron bexylite, how we see it. What is this? 11K, 12K, 13K. These changes are massive, massive, massive mining changes. Getting a breakdown in the tech preview is too easy. It's boring. It's
like
more like a
bear.
slog,
3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no. 5 beers. Oh no. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
And everything is going to change and tweak, and they're going to change numbers, but this is more of a mindset thing of where we're going. I think that they like the idea of having one mineral and the inert and the rock. That's my stance. Okay? They put it so I think they like that. I think there's people that like that. So I was sitting there overcharging shit because the rocks are all small with not much mass, unless I was chasing tungsten or quantanium, which, by the way, that's a whole thing in its own right now. But rocks are broken down in the tiers currently in the tech preview of like uncommon, common. Like it's kind of like tier 1 common, tier 2 S tier rocks. And of course, as you imagine, the best rocks give you the least percentages in the rock. So that's kind of expected. That's kind of how it works now, in a way. Like the cluster modifier thing, the fact that right now, quant you can find 50%. The very bottom you can find, right, is 20. The best you can find of a common mineral in a rock is 70%. The best you can find of a tier 2 in a rock is 60% max in a rock, right? That makes sense. We know when we're on a legendary rock. We see the instability, we see the resistance, and we're like, yeah, we see the price and go, wow, payday, So all that is going to change in the tech with their vision of mining, be tweaked over the years. I'm certain of that. We all are. But that interaction and the fun of the break is something that I think is being missed out on. I think that's what's being missed out on is the second half, the first half, the finding of the minerals. I think that's good in the preview and in the test. But the breaking, which is that's the bread and butter here. It's just not. It's not good. It's not there. So I think that they need to scale. Trug said it best. Anyone check out Trug's post? If you're an Evocadi as well, you can upvote it and give your thoughts on that too. It's in But what he was saying is kind of what I was saying. Same idea. You need challenge, right? And if they're gonna have one mineral and inert, and we have mineral quality, maybe the higher the quality, the harder the rock is to break. You know, they can scale challenge in that way. I was even thinking you scaled off the mineral quality and the quantity percentage in the rock, kind of like how it works now, where you got, let's say you got 40% of quant, it increases that resistance, it increases the instability, you know. You guys have all tried to break a 100% quant piece that's 15K, right? So do you see the increased difficulty on that? Well, since we're only dealing with one mineral, and you have no integrations to think about, oh, I'm gonna go mine tungsten, and I'm gonna go look for with my team for tungsten quant because it's gonna lower the resistance. It's gonna be an easier thing to mine than, like, you know, corundum quant. I know that's gonna be a pain in my ass. It sucks because it's like taking away part of that thought process. You know what I mean? Part of the thinking you have to do, part of the engagement. So if they had that scaling of challenge with the higher percents, with the higher, I mean, by the point, I think the higher up that quality is from 0 to 1,000, the harder it is to break. The more you have to think about it, what you're gonna do to get this rock. Sakes, I don't need. Someone post that link to it. Someone post that link to it. It's on the patch notes, on the tech preview patch notes. And the whole, I think the argument against having challenge, period, is just, there's people that, what it feels like to me is there's people that they mine because they need to. They, you know, for money. It's only for money, but they don't like mining, really. They do it because if it's a money driver, it's something that you can make a quick million off of. There's people that will do that. They'll make their cash. They won't mine again for patches, you know. Or no new event. Now I'll mine. Yeah, my internet in general is really fucking bad. Hold on. I'm gonna cut off this little piece right here. It's all bad. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Just wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see if it picks up. Comcast shit. It's Chris Roberts attacking me is what it is. He knows what I'm saying. Is the truth. No, we're just gonna have to sit with it. We're gonna have to sit with it and wait it out for a second. Let's see. Make sure to turn off my my Goonin downloads, right? Oh, that ain't it. There ain't nothing there. It's just Comcast. Piece of shit. I'm waiting it out. It's jumping. It's jumping. It's jumping from 0 kilobytes per second to 19, just back and forth. Who the fuck knows what's happening? Why it's doing what it's doing? I might have to make this into a fucking video, I guess. I'm alive. Hold on. Since you guys can read the chat, someone post that link to Rage's EVO. Link. Whatever the fuck. I don't know, I might have to go. We'll see. The funny thing is, yesterday during the Atmosphere event, the one dude said Chris reads everything SC related on Reddit. No one knows more about what's going on than him. I've told you. Tex posted it on Twitch. Here, let me post that on YouTube. Let me repost it. You can hear me fine, it's just the video. Motherfuckers, who knows what the fuck's going on? How does that even work out? A fucking joke. Yeah, it says I've dropped half of my fucking frames this stream. 8,000 kilobytes. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. Okay. Well, I gotta pick up this quant. Can't be bullshitting right now. It's gonna be a broken stream. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to fucking call these morons. You pay for all this service and it never fucking works right. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I gotta make a phone call. For me, it's showing stream is excellent over on YouTube. You liar! You lie too much. You lie to me. I'm telling you, I'm getting hit by Chris. That's what it is. I'm getting hit by Chris in real time. You guys are seeing it right now. Allegedly. Okay. Well, fuck it, man. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I guess that's good. Plain and simple. The challenge has been removed from mining, and it's a bummer. There's a lot of good things that can come of this, but so far, I don't know. Hopefully it is. No, you gotta be Evocadi, I think, right? Yeah, so right now it's only for Evocadi. Okay, long story short, I'm trying to wrap this up with my thoughts and see if I'm going to continue mining right now or streaming or if I'm going to fuck right off, you know what I mean? That takes weird. It's weird to like a challenge. You guys hear me? Did you hear that one? That's weird. What a weird take to want a skill ceiling of some sort. Oh my God. I'm shocked. I can't believe that. That's weird. For those that know. Yeah, so I really hope that at the very least they add multi-mineral rocks back in the game in some way. Maybe in asteroids, maybe in certain asteroid belts, maybe it's surfaces only. You know, somewhere. I hope you guys can hear me. If not, I'm just talking to myself now. Looks like it's recovering, but looks can be deceiving. You know, you learn that once or twice. Ladies of the night now. Evo. Toe, any questions you got for me? Ask now before I crash out. I'm excited, though. I'm excited. I really am. Oh, shit. So, Lauren, you heard that I said about the looks can be deceiving? Ladies of the night? I don't know. Shit. Trust your instincts is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's looking good now. It's fixing itself. Someone must have been dropping a Mondo Duke and the old satellite station. Okay, so if you guys got any questions about how I feel about something, let me know. Son of a bitch, the Lauren heard me. Almost said you whored me. Yeah, I just don't like that challenge has been removed. That's about it. Crafting is fucking cool. Love crafting. It's awesome. Inventory, awesome. The new mineral distribution, moving things around. Me thinks that maybe that's why they added 100 times instability, because they plan to have single mineral rocks, you know? Because that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to add when you got multiple minerals that affect instability, for instance. As a first implementation, you know? Let me just 100 times it real quick. And it's the same with inert in the current build, but I'm not even bringing that up, how much inert's in the rock, because they're gonna change it. They already said they're gonna change it. That's the most, you know, that's easy. Like, I already know they're gonna change that, and with the current state, filters are your best friend. That's all you need is a bunch of filters and Optimax gadgets. That's it. No, it's still there, viscosity. You still got the little mini game, but now it's one mineral and inert, and a low percentage of that mineral. So let's say, like right here, I look over, it's gonna be a Grecium or whatever, corundum. This would be 25% corundum. The rest would be inert. It'd be about this size as well. And I look to get out probably 4 or 5 SCUs out of the son of a bitch, you know? So, yeah, that's how it is. I feel like they need to talk to people that love mining. I don't understand. That's what they need to do. That love it, not just for the top end. It's kind of like end game talk, you know? There's rocks that should be end game rocks that are pains in the ass. Ones I can't touch. I know my weight, you know, my weight class. I know what it is. Some guy that's got an org, and he's got a fleet of moles. He's got people in his moles. He's got an Arastra. He's got a few Arastras. They're going out. They got an Orion. My friend, they got a fucking Orion. That's not my weight class. I'm over here doing my own thing. You know what I mean? I know it. So I can't break those rocks. That's just how it is. Unless I call up Tex. Unless I get Aldroth on the horn. Okay? So I get Alex over here. I start getting people with me. Titan. I don't trust him, but I'm bringing Titan. Even though it's Dark Titan. You know? He can help me somehow. Then we can attack a rock. See, that's multi-crew for me. That's how I think it should be. Shit, look at me. All screwed up over here. That's a valid target. Stop lying. You're lying to the public saying that's not. That's a valid target. I'm over the target on that one. So anyways, as you guys know, this is what I do. I love mining. And I don't care about the content creator thing. We're gonna be honest here. We got a cult. We do things our way. We want things to be challenging. We want some skill involved. We want it to be fun, mainly fun. And yeah, so besides those changes, asteroids felt good because I go to an asteroid field, I see a bunch of rocks I need, you know. That's nice, because guess what? You need them with crafting. But do we have, are there giant rocks out there? No giant rocks, no. Are there any multi-crew rocks? Absolutely not. If you didn't think a 60K was multi-crew before, you won't think one rock you find is multi-crew in this, the way it currently is, you know? So, I'm really hoping they take some feedback on at least the challenge portion of it, because they got something great, the idea of Genesis and crafting and inventories all working good together. You got the economy. They're going to be changing everything up. Things are going to be dynamic. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be, biomes, right? And not just biomes. I have a feeling biomes are about to be implemented in that, or already are, in the tech preview based on distance from the star. You know, this is the point. They thought that was in it. They thought that was in already. The mining team, or not mining team, the emissions team. That the farther you are away from the sun in Pyro, different minerals you get, and it doesn't work like that at all. Now, is it like that in the tech preview? I don't know for sure. I didn't scan 1,000 rocks and, write it all down to figure it out. I saw pretty much the same at the different rabs I was going to out here in Pyro. What else can I say off the top? Someone give me, I don't know, ask me about things. There's so much that is involved in this patch. It's amazing. It's gonna be awesome. But, we'll have to see, because it's the people that really like mining that get, totally fucking screwed here. The ones that want to challenge you. You go out with your buddies, I don't know what you're gonna do. Anyone that likes going out with the team, I don't know what you're doing anymore. Because here's another thing, if they wanted to make multi-crew mining better, what they could do is also make the rocks that spawn on the ground closer together. You know how they spawn like 50 meters away sometimes from each other, 100 meters away? Make them get closer together, and then 3 people in a mole can then, hit a bunch of rocks and pick it up. The helix is so unnecessary. You don't even need a helix. Yeah. Wetsu. What else? Plain and simple, they need giant rocks in the game. They really, really do. They need to add more clusters in space, in my opinion. With the new system, that's less as important. Now the importance is they just need to add more challenge back to it somehow. And if they do that, it's going to be fantastic. I'm telling you, it's my worry is that it's not going to go that direction, and it's just going to be easy, because there is the conspiracy. They want things easier. More console friendly, I hear. I don't know about all that. We get auto scan and everything. I don't know about all that. But I do know this simplified mining to an extreme, where most of the stuff you need, you don't have to think about and use it. Missions. Titan, you're going to be able to unlock them through missions and contracts and all that, I didn't go and do the ghillie because all I did was mine. Ravenel, how Quant Rice and Stiller on our spread out. It's all over. Now, I can't tell you off the top of my head unless I look at, some of my stuff here, but, it's spread out. It's spread out, it's rare. But right now, it's not that rare. You go to some places and you're finding rice site, quant, rice site, quant, None of that really matters, because that's an easy change form. It's the system, There's certain things you need for crafting certain gear, or a Titan, Aslerite. And so those are in specific locations. And then you got ice, right? Ice is in specific locations. Everything's in specific locations. Everything's just changed. If I look at a surface on a planet, it may have 4 or 5 different minerals. It may, I'm just going to throw things out. It may have ice, iron, bexilite, and quantanium. That's all they have there that you can find. You know what I mean? Will the changes to the rocks make changes to gadgets instead of necessary? I think so. I mean, I don't know what they would change for them. Only thing I can think you'd want is a cluster modifier. And you just need cluster modifier and resistance. Instability. So that's another thing. Don't worry, we got 10 minutes on that quantum before it explodes. Instability. I found a bug rock, right? They're bugged out right now. It's no big deal. We expect this. But anyways, it's a quant rock that was about 25k. I found 3 of them that were 25k. Broke them all. Broke them with a golem. With the smallest ship in the game, I broke the biggest rocks I found in the game. Anyways, I break these 25Ks, and I'm looking at it, and it's the max resist or max instability was 300 instability. Now, usually, that rock would have been like 700 with the, if we were to scale it to what it would be like if I found it here, that would have been a 50-something K, 60K. It would have been something I would have had to put a gadget on. I didn't put nothing on this rock. I just double surged it. I was in the golem. Luckily I had surges in my backpack. Double surged it, but it had 300 instability. And that was the worst I had seen for any instability for any rock, and that's only because it was bugged out. That rock shouldn't have been 25k, and it shouldn't have had 35% quantanium in it. That's a bug. rice and Stellaron rocks were all sitting at 1 to 2% in the rocks. Okay? So, going off that metric, who the fuck am I? Dude, I got lost. Going off that metric, that quant rock would have been tiny. It would have had barely any instability. It would have had something like 100. So what do you really need a Bormax for? You know, to lower the instability on a 100 instability rock? Come on. I did it in my... I increased the instability. I hit 2 surges on it. No, it's not just a bigger problem. It's not just bigger, Red Viper, because they will be, for a fact, be bigger, right? That's not the issue. That's not it. Because they're gonna tweak the percents that are in the rocks, so those rocks are gonna be bigger, no matter what. The biggest, the most mass to SC ratioed rocks in the game are tungsten, quantanium, iron, right? These are iron's less, but you get what I'm saying? They're heavy. I think even Sev really might be one of the fat boys now. They're gonna be heavy by themselves, but they're really heavy when they're accompanied with 30% of anything else. So, yeah, long story short, they're definitely gonna tweak all those numbers. I actually expect it to be 10%, up to 10% for like quantanium, ricite, and stellaron in the S tier, top tier rocks. I think that's what it will be. Now, how do you feel about that if it was 10%? Right now, it's at 2%. So I look at a rock and only 2% of that rock is quantanium and the other 98% is inert minerals, you know? 2%. How would you feel about 10%? Does that feel ridiculous? Does that feel like too much or too little? You gotta think of crafting in mind. You gotta think of all the economy and everything. Oh shit, Super, what's up, pizza? Well, Super Dave, we're just going over the tech preview. I've spent a bunch of hours in it now. Less than I'd like, but I wanted to be here and talk to you guys. I was gonna do it last night, but I wanted to put time in. The most important thing is them adding, like, having a challenge to it, and yeah, that challenge is key, and it's missing. Critical. It's critical. Going up and finding all the rocks in a cluster being Bexalite or a certain... I keep saying Bexalite because that happened many times. That's not that big of a deal to me. Oh, 6, no, I think they're going to jump those prices up a lot, but maybe not. Maybe we're experiencing already the jumped up price. You know what I mean? Maybe they tweaked that price for this kind of change before. You get what I'm saying? That might be what it is. You're really disappointed, Ravenel? I am too. But remember, this is just a tech preview. They want people's opinions on it, on what they can change and what, you know, how we feel about it. It's the entire point in this. Now, I'm okay with pulling up on a cluster that's all iron, and now I'm looking for which one's got the highest percentage mineral composition of what I'm looking for, you know? Go, hey, that's, damn, quant cluster? What do you got? Oh, this one's a 250. Oh, this other rock's a 110. Junk crafts with that shit. I might even sell that to the damn TDD. A 450? Okay, now we're getting up there. Now we're talking. Oh, shit. This one's a 950. And you pick it up. Okay, that's cool. I'm cool with that. I just feel like we need a reason to use gadgets and modules on a ship. I shouldn't go up and see all those rocks and be in a golem that increases resistance on resistant rocks and be able to break every single rock in that cluster. And just go, cool, you know? Like, no problem, without... with like a Riger C3 and a Stampede on it, all of a sudden I can break any quant rock I find. It shouldn't be like that, you know? I wouldn't even need it. Might need it. Might need, like, a Riger. But that's the point. The sub breaks now, you would probably need something to get through that that's if you were to get that 2% to break off into a pure piece. So I don't think you need it at all. I really don't. And that's it. And so then you're looking for the highest percentage that's possible in a rock of the mineral you want. You're looking for the highest quality tier, you know, highest mineral quality. And so that's cool in its own, you know, that's good. I think the challenge should be based on that. And it should play off of each other. You know, I think that would be excellent. This reminds me, and I mentioned it too, I think it was Sweet I was messaging. Sweet and Haulers, you know, we kind of share the same opinion on this right now. With SC Haulers and Sweet. That it's just, it's a bummer. Because we all love it so much, we love the challenge of, you know, of breaking rocks. These guys are org guys. I'm solo, you know. A lot of us are solo, small group, whatever. I just can't imagine this being a good thing at all for orgs. I feel like this is going to be treacherous. It shouldn't feel like a slog when you go out mining, and it already does for a lot of people. Hydra says, it sounds like higher quality will be in Pyro. That's what they said, and it was hard to find. And that's going to be great. You know, in a high riskier area, you got a higher chance of finding some good shit. Love it. That's going to be awesome. Exactly, the variety and constant tweaking is what makes mining unique and fun. That's why I love the mole. That's why I've always loved the mole. You can load it out the way you want. I'm over here arguing with somebody about why he's foolish right now for putting filters on his laser and having an extract laser if he's mining in Pyro. You know? You won't be saying that. You won't be saying that with the changes. No point. Just put filters on everything. You're done. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think. Just go out and mine. Easy. I didn't hit the red zone one time in my last 2 runs. And the other time I hit it so I could see if breaking a rock would lower that mineral quality. But then, last night, when I was on a surface and I was finding that rice site, oh my god. This half was too much for a rice site, for every rice site rock in that cluster. Way too much. So now it's like, and now I was on a golem. In the prospector. What the hell am I gonna do? Mole doesn't work right now to you, but what the hell am I gonna do? Actually, speaking of that, Trug, if you're on tonight after stream, later tonight, you or Vega or somebody, I want you to knock me out and throw me in the mole. I want to see how it feels. Yeah, it's hard to find good quality. I found that 775 quant, and then a 5 something quant, a 4 something quant, of course. Excellent, Trug, excellent, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, because I want to go out and I want to test size 2 lasers. Because size 1s, if I'm already hot popping rocks because it's got way too much damn power, I don't know what the hell are you going to do in a size 2? 6'8" smartass was saying, well, the challenge now will be how far can you get away from the rock to give it those little love taps, you know? Kick it on, kick it off. How little power can I get that thing? Yeah, I can't test out the mole right now because of issues with the mole in the game. So I'm gonna there's a workaround for it. I'm gonna do that when I get back on later. Scanning's much better though. I'm not seeing this situation where I'm not finding shit and I'm scanning and I'm not finding rocks that I can mine with the ship. You know, that's gone. So it felt much better for me in every location I went to in comparison to what we have right now in the BU. I'm not seeing. There's places I'm not seeing harvestables. I'm not seeing hand minables popping up for me unless I fly low, and so scanning's been real nice. Oh yeah, let me read what you said, Ravenel. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. Ravenel says the changes they made 3.19 and after made this game in terms of mining stand apart.
It's just business.
Stand apart from every space game out there. Now it falls in line with every other space game. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about, what game we're talking about. Okay, second of all, I agree. New mining gadget, the anti-severe add resistance and difficulty to your rods. That might be the meta. Wow. But yeah, that's my only complaint. Yeah, I know, Tex. Well, the Golem's got a lot of power in that little laser, you know what I mean? I was out in a prospector with an Arbor 1. An Arbor 1, having no issues breaking everything I found. And guess what? I went through 3 clusters in that prospector before getting off, I think, 3 or 4. I left before I was filled. My ass left there with like 20 SCUs in total of ore. I was trying to get pieces that weren't full of inert, you know, on the sub-break. Anyways. Besides that, crafting is fucking cool. Inventory, excellent. The scanning, right on. Let me tell you about the scanning. You see how I'm hitting these? Watch this. Watch this. This is awesome. This is what you're gonna see soon enough. How far away is that? 8.3? No, you can do better than that. Okay, right here. Look, it's popping them in for me. Thank you. I'm 15 out. I see this scan, this little marker, 18 out, let's say. Wow, it popped in. Scroll in, hold down your click in the preview. Oh, 22. I'm gonna have to hit this sumbitch again. Hold on. I hold it down from far away, and it shows you it's Terranite, you know, or whatever. For anyone in EVO right now knows it ain't that. It's iron. But I really hope they add a lift, elevator lift, whatever you want to call it, to the mole. Because there's surfaces with Janelite on them, you know, on the ground. Janelite's used for some crafts, and some of these hard to find minerals are going to be, it's going to make it fun finding them. So that's cool, especially high quality. I can't wait to be seeing UEX postings for hundreds of millions or 100 mil for a bunch of SCUs of like the highest quality, you know, shit out there. That's going to be cool. Oh, Monox is just dookie, isn't it? Ugh. A treacherous, vile place. I'm not a fan. I'll be honest, I mean, I don't even feel like doing the mining missions right now. Mining for mining missions. I feel like really getting in and testing out just more and more of this preview. Yeah, there's not much else to be said about it. If you guys got any more questions, you let me know right now. Any questions about it, my thoughts on things, because I'm very, I don't know, my blood pressure's high, I think something's wrong. I'm all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Here, let me read. I want to read this. This is, it's an opinion. It's called The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, okay? What is this? Glaucosite? There it is. This is my babies right here. The good, getting scans at far ranges with the mineral type is a nice quality of life upgrade. Agreed. Different worlds, moons, whatever, mix of ores is looking good. Plus the star map lists. The star map lists of minerals on these moons that's good. Quality of life. Good for beginners especially. Good for people like me that forget. What the hell do they got over there on Daymar? Do they got iron over there, you know? You ate my rocks, you put them inside. And, Moving to 1 ore plus inert results in a lot of very easily broken rocks, which is a plus for beginners. Big caveat though, under the ugly. Yeah, trash, I don't like it, I don't like that line. Being able to see what is in containers, like ore bags, when you tractor them around is very helpful. Absolutely, these are all just quality of life things. Let's see what else. The bad, okay. Rocks tend to be extremely small, even on planet surfaces, having to break sub-breaks to around 2 SCU worth of material. Thank you for reminding me, I'm glad you brought that up in that post you made. When I look at this rock and I break this rock and now it's a sub-break, you know, you got all the sub-breaks. You know how we look for like anything under 10, you can just extract it. Boom, I'm getting it up. Well, now it's anything under 2 is like extractable. Anything above that, you gotta break. Okay, let me keep reading. Having to break sub-breaks to around 2 SU worth of material in golems and prospectors is extremely tedious. Whoa, how's it gonna feel in a mole, you know? My God, or in a Rastra. They better bring out some big bastards, I'll tell you right now. Combining small rocks with tiny sub-breaks results in a very slow mining experience. Hold on. I'm gonna read this whole son of a bitch because I like it. Okay? Just bear with me. This is the post about the tech preview that Trug made. It's excellent. What's up, haulers? We're just going over the little post that Trug made and things with the changes in this patch, this preview, tech preview. Combining small rocks with tiny sub-breaks results in a very slow mining experience. This is part of the bad. Quality does not appear to affect difficulty. Big bummer. A quality 500 iron and a quality 1 iron rock of the same size seem to have the same stats, and it's the same to break them. What's up, Aussie Viking? How you doing? Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. The large amounts of inert are bad, but this is supposed to be fixed, of course. That's why I'm not even judging off that. I could care less how much they give us. If I'm being quite honest with you guys, I just want it to be fun. That's what I care about. The ugly, easy breaks plus small rocks equals very simplistic and unfun gameplay loop. Advanced miners will not be challenged with this system, and the incentive to learn how to get good at mining is vastly lowered. Overall skill ceiling for mining is significantly lowered with these changes. Yeah, sad. And then he has a how to fix section. Love it. Perfect. Excellent. That boils down my rants and ravings, because I'm a lunatic, into a short little thing. I do wonder if Mole will still be able to suck up the 9 SU. That's what I want to test. That's what I want to test, my friend. Right there. I'd say you can come along, but then I'm going to have to knock you out too and put you up there, and I don't know how the hell we're going to do that. Maybe we'll get Tex to knock me out, okay? And then Tex will knock you out, payback. And then you get on the ship and it's only right. I'm gonna knock you out again. Okay? That's only fair. To get my get back, and then we'll take off. How about that? What did you think about that? But I don't want to sound just doom and gloom here. Because nothing's final, and I'm worried. Of course, because we love mining. You know, there's these guys that are like content creators that they do everything. They you know, some new comes out, they're on it, they want to do it. It's new. They do all sorts of things. They haul. They do a little of this, little of that. Hey, I mine. That's what I do. I'll do some other things once in a while. I feel like shooting someone, but this is when 319 hit. That's why I started making content. It got so it became something. Before that, it was brainless and dumb. Okay, and I did it back then too. But I didn't do it with this much enthusiasm. It didn't pull me in. It didn't suck me in. It didn't make me have fun. I did it for money. I did it because, you know, what else we gonna be doing here? Look at this rock. You know, we've already done a bunch of stuff, and what makes me do things over and over? It's the variety. It's the variation. It's the challenge. It's like PvP. Now, it's gonna sound crazy. It's like why people like dog fighting. It's like why people like getting into gunfights. Playing Arena Commander. Going down to Jump Town. There's a skill ceiling there. You know what I mean? Big time. Big time skill ceiling. And I love that. I love competitive shooter games. I'm not the best, but I love them. Okay? I love them because I don't win every time, you know, and it's you gotta think, you gotta be good. You know, you gotta get good. Well, what do we got? 2 surges? I don't know. And a torpid on this 47. What am I gonna have to do here? What am I gonna have to do here, my friends? Let's think. Well, I'm gonna make it easy by putting a severe on it. Nah, I'm gonna make it cluster really well. I'm putting that on it. Fuck, that does have high instability though. Maybe I should put this gadget on it. Nah, I'm gonna do the Optimax. I want to cluster it. Shit, what am I gonna put on my modules now for this rock? These are all questions you don't ask yourself with the system that they're thinking of, you know, using. Give me that. Play with me. That's mine. I've already won. Just give it to me. I've already beat you. You've already been conquered. I don't even want to find Quant. I find Quant. Think about it. Things never change. Oh, you dirty bitch. You're trying to get me. Trying to get me for 1 point, aren't you? Oh. You got me. You got me good. Well, yeah, how about now? This thing ain't getting done. Look how it's barely moving. I'm gonna have to take it off and replace it. You win. You win this damn battle. Just kidding. Never win. Damn it. Yeah, that's unbeatable. Puzzle 1, that one. Just put an Arbor on and you'll be good. An Arbor 1. Should mine and tungsten. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. And I'm excited. I've been excited for Genesis and biomes and mining to evolve for a long time. Very long time. And there's so much coming with crafting, with base building, with inventory, that I just want to see it do good. You know, I want to see it succeed. Now, 2 surges on this helix might be enough. I don't know if these surges are good anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. The 2, let me throw these off. Get this out of here. You can go that way. You will go this way. Torpid. Oh, put the helix back. Torpid, thank you. Sorry, my friend. You're gone. I don't have a need for you. Where'd I put those damn surge modules at? Did I drop any? But yeah, I'm still excited. I'm trying not to be all doom and gloom. I'm just passionate, okay? I think a lot of us are. And this throws a lot of people off. No. I'm going back to Evocadi and after I make my dinner tonight. I have to go up and make it, whatever. Going right back into it. But I spent a good amount of time to be able to have a good opinion on this. I mean, a good understanding of how everything's gonna work right now and how it feels. Damn. I'm telling you, I've been getting thirstier and thirstier and thirstier every single time I go out mining. Look at that, I'm hungry too. Get you some of that.
2 dogs, 1 bun. 2 dogs, 1 bun. You'll barely walk away.
Get you some double dogs today at your closest galleria. Yeah, geomining will be interesting. Have some fun with that. I plan to do a lot more. I'm going to do hand mining. I'm going to go down to caves. I want to do geomining. I want to take the geo down into some caves, etc., etc. I'm looking forward to testing more.
Firmly grasp it!
I'm trying to. Oh, ass gadgets. I like the idea of that.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be doom and gloom, and I'm not trying to shit on the devs, because they know a hell of a lot more than us on what on the future they're seeing. The problem has been, this ain't the laser I want to be on. The problem has been they implement these changes for something in the future. They don't tell us why, and then we go 2 years with them in before the other part of that comes in. You know what I mean? Thanks, Toe. I'm lost in thought over here, and I'm gonna break this Quantanian like it's a damn nothing. Big nothing burger. So, speaking of nothing burgers, you won't find one at Whammers.
Whammers Deluxe. Whammers Deluxe. Whammers Deluxe. Whammers Deluxe. Whammers Deluxe.
Look at those fucking moves.
Whammers Singles.
That's right, baby.
Whammer Bacon.
Good thing we got a very low viewership of lady audience, or else they'd all be pregnant now. They're gonna tweak a lot of things, but like 6-8 said, that's what we're aiming at. They need to have some sort of challenge based on that mineral quality. It's the only way they can make it work with having one mineral. Welcome. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you for anybody that uses your Prime sub on me or subs to me. I appreciate it. Thank you for not gooning out, using it on a hot tub streamer. I know it's hard. Hey, thank you. Well, it's not hard in that way. Get your mind out of the gutter, Roo. Looks like a double dog night after that. You know what I wanted to start the stream off playing? I think it's that song from Dusk Till Dawn, the Dark Knight song. But I already knew I'd get my ass popped off YouTube. I'm gonna hit all three. I'm gonna drop the power down. Let's see what we can do here. It's gonna fly on me. It's gonna fly. How did I know? I just know everything, that's why. The question is that. Let's find what it wants. It wants like 70 to 85 probably. Boom, hit that baby. Go climb. It's jumpy. This server's a little jumpy too. I'm gonna get fucked. Hold on. See, I like this. Thanks, Oof Game. Appreciate it. I like this. I like the challenge right now. I like that I'm failing, I like that I can fail. I can screw myself over. I wasn't patient enough.
That's a huge bitch!
Come on, baby. I dropped my power down too low. Come on. See, too fucking much. That spear would have been a better choice here, but I was greedy. And so I suffer. Too much. Bam! We took damage. We lost modules, let's say. Mineral quality went down because it was a bad break. I like that. The hell does that even mean, bro? What the hell does that even mean? You got a Phoenix? Don't show anybody your Phoenix now. This is a family-friendly stream. Certainly. I know, Wolfgang, I need to let my ass breathe in this suit. I am sweating over here for real, too. Jesus Christ, like a jet engine next to me. Pumping out heat. It's fucking hot. If we crash out, if it just ends out of nowhere, the stream that is, no, it's because the computer melted. Yeah. Dilith, are you asking about in the, are you asking, oh, I got you, Rue. I got you, Rue. Tell me why I wasn't thinking about RSI ships. I didn't think you would stoop so low to say something like that to me. In the PU, yeah. Yeah, you can. I figured, Oof. I figured, you know. I did the same thing, but I was playing PvE, having a blast a little bit in my off time. And then, of course, I lost interest because it's PvE. So... I feel it. Well, a lot of changes are coming, Oof. We're trying to hope that our voice can be heard so they can hear some different perspective on what we think is nice with mining. Appreciate it, Ruga. Ruga. Yeah, it's, I only hopped on for this stream to tell the people that don't have access to Evocadi pretty much my thoughts on what's going on. Most people already know because I've been ranting and raving like a lunatic in the council chat and the Discord. Now, that's to be expected. Believe it or not, I'm still optimistic. I don't feel too negative, you know? My blood pressure's up now, but that's because I love mining so much. I just love it so damn much. So I'm passionate about mining, I always have been. So I don't want to see it suffer. And I feel, here's the thing. Back in the day, if we didn't raise our voices and go into the rectum, right? Over there in Spectrum, and cause a shit show back in the day, some of you OGs were around for that. I feel like they wouldn't have reverted their changes and the rocks would have been much smaller, much shittier for the entire existence until now. And it makes you wonder with that change that they reverted, because they were like, oh, calm down, okay, guys. Chill out. Chill the fuck out, you psychopaths. Didn't realize we had a bunch of goddamn animals around here. So they said something like that. Yeah, I'm taking it might be a little different, but anyways. If we didn't do that, Rue, stop trying to get me to be murdered in my sleep, understand? If we didn't do that, I feel like we would have had little shit baby turd rocks everywhere and been fucked. Things would have sucked for a long time now. North Shore, I would never drink one of those peon drinks, those peasant drinks in my life. Do you know why? Now I'm gonna allow you to fix your face right now and work your lips to say something that makes more sense to me. And now a quick word from our sponsors. This is a Pip's Tater shit. You know, people always ask me, Elguapoe, where do you get it from? Shit pit, ya, Shadow Realm. What's your secret? How are you breaking those big rocks? I guess all I can say is... I guess it's gotta be the Pips. And see, here's my thing. If you want to know how to make salvaging good, go to someone that loves salvaging. people that want to do it all the time, you go to them. If you want to know how to make FPS better, you know who you ask? You ask people that only do FPS shit. That's what they're doing all the time. They love it. That's their passion. That's their thing. You know, you wanna find out how to fix the flight model for fighting ship to ship. You go ask a bunch of these orgs that's all they do. You know, you got Shadow Moses, you got Avenger One in them. That's what you do. You go and you talk to people that do it, that love it. That's their thing. And that's the skill ceiling right there. If people are wanting to only do one thing because it's so damn good, you're onto something. I feel like this is I don't know, business 101 here. It's almost like targeted marketing. You got targeted, very targeted answers you're getting that can be very helpful, you know, for your business. And just saying, you want it to be engaging. So you ask the people that know what they're talking about. Not just people with a lot of numbers or they got lots of followers or something, but people that's all they do. They love it. Anyways, my bullshit's done with it. Yeah, Ruga, they're gonna tweak it, they're gonna change things, but right now it's looking like there's one mineral per rock, and that's the issue, the main issue I have. They've kind of removed the challenge. No comment, Ravenel. You mean the how to poison my husband channel and get life insurance channel? That's what you mean? Maybe. But they just need to listen to people, the normal people that actually do it. Like me, I know I'm talking. I'm the content creator guy. I built it up to what? We're at like 10,000 now on YouTube. Cool story. But if I wasn't into mining and I was doing everything just for the fun of it, and I'm just, whoa, look at this. This is amazing. I love this stuff. Wow, Star Citizen. Then don't listen to them about how to change mining or how mining should be, I guess. Or how it, you can make mining great again. How you can really, I don't know. The fuck do I know? Because I'm asking them to listen to me right now. I'm nobody, I ain't nothing. I'm but a dream. A humble man from Daymar. Damn. Well, we got some quant, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't even want it. Real voice detected. Wouldn't that be a goddamn shock? That would be like the opposite. That'd be like the absolute opposite. That's the British actor effect. No, that was pointed at a specific YouTuber, Dairy Not. Because I'm a shithead. That's why. Sometimes they say I'm the best, that I'm the most humble. Probably the smartest. Want to go back to 3.19 mining again? Yes, I do. Yes, Alex, bring us back, please. Some of you know exactly who that is, too. That was a lady voice. So, some say I got a plethora of mining acronym. Okay. You see, when you start bringing up British, you got to start talking smart. You gotta use big words that might work, might not. I don't know. 18 minutes on the clock. That's enough talking shit. Insufficient fuel. That makes me a little worried because I haven't chosen a location yet. So are you going to tell me right now? Are you going to tell me right now you're trying to lie to me and tell me that you don't know if we can make it to checkmate? Get your ass over there. Making up lies again, once again. Mo, oh, by the way, so mole mining's going to be very interesting. Well, we got to be almost up. One more. It's going to be very interesting considering it took me it took me 1 hour to fill up a column at one point in the tech preview in SCUs. Being a little picky, not that picky. And being right on the laser. I pull the trigger, laser goes, baby. Well, imagine having to get down on the ladder every time for every little 2 SCU, 3 SCU rock. Well, that's gonna change things quite a bit. Okay, I got a new scam I just thought of. I'm gonna call this the creation of Ash. Everyone, if you all donate $1,000 right now. We got 67 on YouTube, 61. Just hear me out now. If everyone did that, I would have $1 billion. I will take that money and waste quite a bit of it, and then I will. You'll probably find me in 10 years on a bender, you know? Imagine Casino. I wouldn't be the lady at the end. I'd be one of the creeps that, you know, walking away and you're like, that guy definitely killed her for her jewelry. But that's all it takes is one small donation of 1,000 doll hairs. I mean, it's foolproof. That's a foolproof damn plan. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Let me get your thoughts on that one. I'm gonna use that.
For one
soon.
small gesture, you can feed a starving Elguapoe today for just a twitch. Sub a month or YouTube membership.
Oh, you're starving?
If you have.
Womas deluxe.
Get you some of that instead, then.
Womas deluxe.
Should get you some of that instead.
Womas deluxe.
Forgot I'm not in the tech preview. Shit.
Womas deluxe.
Oh, shit.
Womas. Single. Wama bacon.
We tell you, you missed something pretty damn funny. I almost hit that telephone wire, but luckily I've never crashed in my life. I forgot where I was at. Not gonna lie, I was watching the video. I realized I got Quan on board. I'm going straight towards the damn telephone line. Who's making the calls? I don't know. That's another issue. Another issue. Let me tell you something. I feel like it is such. People were complaining about the whole mining nerf of 45% at the refinery. That's nothing. That's nothing. You're about to get 10 times less with current state, and let's just say after tweaking 5 times less. I think that'd be good. You know, there's a chance of that. No. No way. Ravenel, listen. Why would you do that? Why would you do something like that? Now I'm gonna hear about how she's so much, you guys like her more than me, and how I never get her anything. And how, you know, I can hear it already. She's gonna be gloating. She's gonna be gloating. Thank you, Ravenel. I appreciate it. Now I got drama tonight. Fucking Furby. Oh, shit. Yeah, damn right, Toe. Holy shit. For Ravenel. She's legit gonna be freaking out. I ain't buying her that shit. I don't think so. I just knew there was something I liked about you. Listen, I might have been a pastor in a past life. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I got something. Where is it? We're playing Quote the Ravenel for Ravenel. Thank you, my friend. All right, I need a drink. I open that up. You son of a bitch. What happens if I drop it? And I'll put it in my hand. go. Open. Take 2 pips. I can't wait to have the inventory from the tech preview here. It's gonna be nice. Hard to get used to, but nice. I don't like the little delay. You get a little delay dropping items on you, but aside from that, works pretty well. I'm a little, thanks, Tex, for noticing. I'm a little bit, I'll say I'm a little parched. Yeah, place it right there. A little parched, you know, just a sip. I know there's some gooners out there that want the double dog. That's what they want, and they want some double dogs, and can't get away from it. Me, personally, I'm not hungry at all. I lied. I gotta eat some bugs now. What the fuck are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Get that damn can out of my hand now. You mind the can, man? Go down to refinery holding cans and shit, just trying to refine it. That's right. Thank you, Dave. All because Pips is too pussified to come down here to Pyro. Give me my shipment. Well, if she's Mexican, she's used to having scrambled eggs with hot dogs in it, you know? So she'll be okay with it, I think. Some say nasty, I say delicacy. Acquired taste. Okay. Now, if there's a damn hot dog and a tamale, we got a problem. We got 2 dogs, 1 tamale, big problem. A big problem. You throw some bologna in the microwave, little crystal hot sauce, and some ketchup. That's how you do it. That's that right there. Now we're talking. We call that 30-year death. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you got any questions, now's the time. Now is the time before I screw right off, because I got testing to do. I came here for you guys just to talk. I wasn't even gonna mind, but I was like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? Sit around, and I gotta savor this moment, because it's not gonna be like this soon, you know what I'm saying? My God. Oh, I ain't leaving yet, Titan. I'm gonna chill for a minute. Hang out with you guys. Can we delete the current EPTU and just ignore? Can we just copy? What's up, Dave? How you doing? Can we just copy over this current patch and just save it forever before the mining changes? I don't know. Good question. Blowtorched, Ravenel. Blowtorched. Use a blowtorch. Done. Anyways, any questions on the tech preview? I'm gonna get out of here if not. Hey, Matt Titan, how's that thing doing? How's that computer? Do we know if our stacks of ore will last through the patch? Toe, I think it will. But I think you're gonna get it when the time comes. I think you're gonna get it back as a commodity with 0 quality. It's all gonna be 0 quality. You know? Tuning it, beautiful. Yeah, it's 0 quality, so I got so much ore at the station. So much from my previous crafting runs in the tech preview. But it's all 0 quality, which means what you can make is stuff you get in the store. Pretty much. I mean, it's not necessarily a terrible thing for a lot of things, you know? I hope they nerf Danger Hobo, do you want to get choked? Is that what's going on here? Listen, you're into some kinky shit. I'm not trying to do it. That's all we can do, Ridge 6, is test, and bitch a little bit, right? It's a little bit. But provide them the path forward. How we want it. Thanks for watching. And you know, like I said, I'm not all doom and gloom. It's a really nasty, aggressive change they're making to mining with change the way they changed everything. Even from the SCUs you get back for how long it's going to take you to mine for everything. We'll just see. We have to wait and see. We really do. Tonight, when you play in EVO, mine like you are trying to complete the current events and let us know how that is. Okay. So you want me to? You mean the current events or the mining missions? You want me to go after like a mining run, like a mining rep, or you want me to go after for like an event? Because 4 SCUs of Agresium, I can do that, no problem. Standing on my head. I can do 4 SCU of Agresium standing on my damn head. I'll get them both done. You can get it done now. I'm going to go in the mole, so I'm going to get knocked out by somebody. We're going to be beating each other up, apparently. It is what it is. But, yeah, I can see you doing that. It's just going to take you a long time. I'm telling you, it took me an hour to fill up a column. And I was going pretty quick with good minerals, you know. And then we got the 45% here at the refinery. Big problem, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of changes. Mole, who knows? If I wanted to fill up the mole and take things I actually want, if I was going after Bexolite, let's say Bexolite, some even gold, Quantanium, Ricite, Stellaron, it would probably take you hours. You know, 2 hours. So forget about the mob thing. Forget about that with this new fucking wave changes. And, that's gonna get tweaked, so that's not something really to worry about. They're absolutely gonna make that better. But the challenge, that's what I want. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for everything. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Ravenel. She's gonna be ecstatic. Now I don't have to get her a fucking Furby, apparently. Because I wasn't going to. Because you know what? I don't trust them. I can't trust them. I don't know about it. I don't know too much about it. Okay, let's go raid somebody and give some blessings to someone else. And now it's gonna stare at me. I know it. I can already sense it. It's gonna stare. I'm not even gonna tell her, actually. Surprise her. Okay, let's raid somebody. Who do you guys think I should raid? Any recommendations? See? That's right. Let's go with somebody that we haven't hit yet. Danger Hobo, I don't trust you after what you said about choking. Don't tell me Salty Mike's streaming. Don't tell me that. He hasn't hit me yet. If he stream snipes me, okay, fine. I'll do it back. I don't want to do anyone with a lot of viewers. Let's see, raids. No. You hit me, I hit you. That's how I'll do it with him. Oh, Wicked Wookie. Hey, Wicked Wookie, we'll do that. It's his stream-versary. What do you guys want, Wicked Wookie? Old Man Observer? Wicked Wookie, okay, let's do that. That's easy. He's a cool dude. I'm lagging. The hell am I lagging out for? Everybody ready up. I want you to spam my face in his chat as much as possible. I'm looking at his chat and his content is intended for certain audiences. Good. That's us. That's us right there. And guess what? He's mining. Excellent. Later, YouTube. It's been real. It's been fun. Thanks for hanging out.